You're listening to the audio production of Yes, No, and Maybe, Living with the God of Immeasurably More by Wendy Pope, published by David C. Cook and read by Sarah Zimmerman. To Lisa, thank you for saying yes to God. Your yes changed my life. Introduction. What if this is as good as it gets? That's the question asked by the obsessive-compulsive novelist Melvin Udall, as portrayed by Jack Nicholson in the movie As Good as It Gets. Melvin is a recluse who only leaves his New York City apartment when he has to go somewhere. He eats the same breakfast at the same table in the same restaurant every day. He repeatedly washes his hands, checks his locks 15 times, uses plastic utensils when eating out, and never steps on cracks in the sidewalks. He has a general hatred and distrust for all people until he develops a relationship with Carol, his regular waitress. Something about her makes Melvin want to be a better man. But sitting in his psychiatrist's waiting room, Melvin wonders, what if this is as good as it gets? Though Melvin and I share very little in common, I can resonate with his cynical stance. Once upon a time, I uttered similar words myself. What about you? Can you relate to Melvin? Maybe life has worn you down. You attend church and even midweek Bible study. On the Sundays when you aren't greeting visitors, you're rocking babies in the nursery or rushing back and forth between services to sing in the choir or on the worship team. The other 6 days of the week are no less hectic. The laundry pile is endless, the family insists on eating dinner every night, homework is hard, school projects are complicated, you feel like an unpaid Uber driver in overdrive, with ballet lessons for Susie on Tuesday, karate for Sam on Saturday, dental cleanings for everyone on Wednesday, and a visit to the veterinarian for Rover this afternoon. In exhaustion, you collapse into the worn-out easy chair and survey your life. Or maybe debt is what keeps you up at night. Student loans loom, jobs in your field of study aren't available, working 2 part-time jobs to make ends meet, you still seem to run out of money before you run out of month. As you stare at your shrinking bank account, you examine your life. Or maybe you feel like your life is on track, but you long for a companion. You serve joyfully at church and in the community, your dream job is booming, and reading all the books on singleness is teaching you how to meet the right person by being the right person. But the dating site still has not found your perfect match. As you open yet another invitation to a wedding, you evaluate your life. Whether we're stay-at-home moms or go-getting career women, devoted wives or single gals, we've all had those moments when we've been weighed down by the uns of life. These uns filter into our lives no matter where we are or what we're doing. Unmet expectations. I thought God would. Unfulfilled dreams. Why didn't He? Unanswered prayers. I long for God to. Unwanted situations. If only. What is that old saying? Been there, done that, got the t-shirt? Is your t-shirt tattered and faded, but still legible? My uns have faded in memory, though they're not forgotten. But the life I now enjoy with Christ has taught me to cease fixating on what isn't fulfilled and instead focus on what is taking place because of His grace. 13 words that changed my life. The night did not differ from most other nights. I'd cooked dinner and cleaned up before my husband got home from work. Our kids, bathed and in their jammies, had headed to Sleepy Town already when Scott walked through the door. We exchanged our usual "how was your day" banter before he headed upstairs to his man cave. The words I had rehearsed all day were playing like a symphony in my head. It was time to have a talk with my man. Things had been silent between us for far too long. Something had to change. His overtime kept him away from our family. I was lonely, and raising the kids was hard work. Our children and I needed him home more, and I decided it was time to let him know that he needed to make some changes. I was poised and prepared for every
Sample complete. Ready to continue?